Hello everyone, Dr. Mark here with you again, and today I want to talk to you about whether or not to get a Frenchie. This is a common question since French Bulldogs are cute little dogs. They have a lot going for them as they are one of the few breeds that will sleep and stay quiet most of the day when you are at work. Unfortunately, it is true there are several health problems because they are brachycephalic, those dogs with a short head and flat face, and are being bred for even flatter faces. Before I get into more of the details on the most common Frenchie health problems, I want to ask you a favor. If you like the information on this video helpful, please give it a like. Despite the fact that this information can help a lot of people, if it does not get enough likes, the YouTube algorithm will decide that it is not useful and will not send it to dog owners who need it. Also, please take a minute and subscribe to my page if you want to learn more about dogs. You will find plenty of videos on choosing dogs, and I will post more videos on saving money on heartworm prevention, some home tips to take care of skin problems, and how to make affordable homemade dog food. If you have any ideas for videos you need to help your dog, just drop a comment and I will get on it as soon as possible. Besides my practice, I write articles for several websites, so cannot promise this will be done quickly. Breathing problems are the first and, in my opinion, the most serious issue. All of the brachycephalic breeds like bulldogs, boxers, and pugs, have been bred for short faces, and that leads to a crowded airway. It takes more effort for them to breathe normally. They are more prone to heat stress than other types of dogs. Some of the problems with the airway include tiny nostrils, a long soft palate, a thick tongue, and a trachea that is weak and prone to collapse. Many of the dogs with airway problems will end up needing surgery, and unfortunately they have more complications than other breeds like respiratory distress, which is difficulty breathing during anesthesia, sometimes progressing to the point that the dog does not have enough blood flow to the brain and internal organs. They are also more likely to suffer from vomiting and aspiration pneumonia. Dogs that vomit during anesthesia are much more likely to have the vomitus get to the lungs and develop an infection to the lungs. The infection can be life-threatening. The second serious problem with French Bulldogs are eye problems. Frenchies have been bred to have a face that is cute, and that breeding has led to many eye problems. Their eyelids roll in, they have excessive tears that leak out on the face, have bulging eyes that pop out of the socket easily, and sometimes even have hair that grows into the eye. They are about 20 times more likely to have eye problems than breeds that do not have a flat face, and many of them will need surgery to repair the defects in their eyes. The third is skin problems. In one study of Frenchies, 17.9% of the dogs had skin problems. The most common problem was an infected or inflamed skin fold, but 2.5% had an infection in the feet and 2% also had allergies affecting the skin. Dogs will not usually need surgery for any of these issues, but will need to be watched and treated appropriately. The skin folds need to be kept clean, any skin infections treated, and medicated baths should be part of the normal care of a Frenchie. The fourth is dental disease. Periodontal disease is common in French Bulldogs over 3 years of age. Frenchies are bred for a flat face, so they all have an undershot jaw and the rest of the teeth do not match up, are crowded, and become infected easily. If the teeth are not brushed daily and other methods are not used to take care of the teeth, they will definitely need surgery to clean beneath the gums and to remove excessive tartar. The fifth is skeletal diseases. All brachycephalic dogs have spinal problems, but in screw-tailed breeds like Frenchies they also have scoliosis, a twisted back, and end up having problems with their spinal discs. Some end up paralyzed and need wheels, but others make it through surgery. The sixth reason to avoid French Bulldogs is digestive problems. All Frenchies, and most other brachycephalic dogs, have increased risk for GI diseases. Some of the things we often see include hiatal hernias. Dogs with this problem have a stomach that slips up into the chest and they regurgitate more often. Others have esophagitis, an inflammation of the esophagus. They can also have slow transit time in the esophagus, and many have acid reflux. Dogs with this problem may burp a lot, salivate excessively, and have other signs of nausea. This may not need surgery but will Require daily medications like Pepcid, Zantac, Prilosec, or Tagamet. I guess I should all excessive gas here, as that is an issue I often hear about from Frenchie owners. If you look at my profile page, you can find the last video I published, which is on an ideal diet and some tips to follow if your Frenchie has excessive gas. The last issue will not affect most French Bulldog owners, but it is breeding problems. Frenchies are not able to breed normally, and most dogs need to have a C-section in order to give birth. One study found that Frenchies were 16 more times more likely to have problems giving birth than other dog breeds. Many of them will need a C-section, so they will need general anesthesia, and they are much more likely to have problems at that time. All of those problems I listed do add up. Some dogs come in for one problem, like skeletal, but have so many breathing problems that surgery is dangerous. Amongst a group of 306 dogs that had surgery for vertebral problems, 19.6% or them had respiratory problems during the anesthesia, and 10.1% of them became cyanotic. They were blue since no oxygen was available, and went into respiratory arrest. You can decrease the chances of these problems becoming an issue if you select a dog that has a longer nose instead of a very short nose. The breeders you speak to will know what you are talking about, and if you look at puppies with a very short nose, ask around and find a different breeder. It is very difficult for me to say that you should or should not get a French Bulldog. They are great little dogs and are good around kids and fine at home. If you decide to bring one of them home, you should do so with your eyes open and be aware that there are most likely going to be some problems, and maybe even one or more surgeries, in the years ahead. Thank you for watching. I am a veterinarian with over 40 years of experience with dogs and cats, exotics, poultry, and livestock of many types. If the information in this video was helpful, please give it a like so that it can reach more viewers, and if you know any other dog families that need to know this information, please share it. Be sure to subscribe too if you want more information on dog health issues. If you prefer to read this information, you can find my articles at pethelpful.com. If you have any health problems with your dog and need some information, please contact me at my Ask a Vet column at pethelpful.com or askavet@yourpetsathome.com.